Hello Cinefam. It's very rare to make a film on tales of sexual awakening in India. The filmmaker needs to be really gutsy to have attempted something like this, otherwise, we have seen lots of bans being imposed on films like this. Like we saw what happened with Deepa Mehta's Fire. Fun fact is that there is a fire reference in Cobalt Blue or is just a homage to it. Moreover, Cobalt Blue is an excruciatingly beautiful film which lingers onto you for long. सबसे पहले अगर आपको कोबाल्ट ब्लू के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता तो शुरुआत करूंगी थोड़ी सी बैकग्राउंड स्टोरी बताकर। घबराइए नहीं, ये स्पॉइलर अलर्ट नहीं है। तो कहानी शुरू होती है केरला में रहने वाले एक मराठी फैमिली से, जहां तनय है जो इंग्लिश लिटरेचर का होनहार स्टूडेंट है। हिज पोएम्स विल श्योरली गिव यू चिल्स, बट वो ऑथर बनना चाहता है। एंड येस, ही इज़ गे। His sister Anuja is tomboyish, who's a very potential football player and has got a bright future in sports, but is obviously restricted to do so as girls in many Indian households. The bulk of the story is formed when both Tanay and Anuja fall for a paying guest who is rented in the Upar Wala Ghar. The PG is so unbelievably enigmatic that I just realized while making this video that he didn't had a name in the film. Pratik Baba perfectly fits the character and was very naturally charming in each scene that he's been in. There's this very raw sexual tension that runs mostly throughout the film, which sometimes gets resolved or stays unresolved at times. Sachin Kundalkar, the man behind Cobalt Blue, is extremely talented. The film is actually an adaptation of his own debut novel of the same name, which he wrote in 2006 in Marathi, when the novel was re released in English in 2013 with translation by Jerry Pinto. Then, after almost a decade, the film releases on Netflix. When I saw Kundalkar's debut Bollywood film Aya, I have never in my dreams imagined that he is capable of delivering such an emotional, heartbreaking, and original tale of love, life, and family. I never knew that he could be so versatile to showcase similar themes like female gaze or pleasure and homosexuality and lust in two so distinctive lights. I love Aya and I have always been vocal about it, like I praise it जब भी बात होती है उसकी, but this film is just something else. It's an underrated gem, or more importantly, a much needed film for India, which is often quite about sexual explorations and orientations. I've already talked about how fine Pratik was in his role. Now it's time to talk about others in the cast. Dr. Neelay Mehendale, who plays Tanay, is very natural and effortless in the romantic and emotional scenes. He explores the femininity of the character masterfully. Also, Anjali Sivaraman, aka Anuja, is a brilliant actor who did her scenes with immense conviction. Gitanjali Kulkarni, who plays their mother, is good as usual in the role. Anant Vijay Joshi, who plays Asim, their brother, is a narcissistic man and has patriarchal thoughts throughout the film. He's just too good. We all have already seen how incredible of an actor he is. Purnima Indrajit is decent as the nun. Neil Bhuplam, who plays Tanay's lecturer, played his role very organically and his work is definitely praiseworthy. Now I'll tell you what's good in the film except the performances. Number 1. The themes of love, betrayal, lust, family values, and many more are beautifully explored by Sachin. I can only say that the text would have been masterfully written in order to adapt it into something so brilliant of this sort, as I haven't read it. Also, I felt that the direction was quite good. Number 2. The cinematography is top notch and Hollywood level. The man to be praised here is an Italian cinematographer and camera operator, Vincenzo Condarelli. The use of the primary colors is just simply surreal and has an excellent visual appeal. Number 3. The intimacy showcased in the film is really overwhelming for me and is easily one of the best scenes of the movie. Also, the chemistry between the lead actors is extremely palpable and organic, be it Neelay Pratik or even Anjali Pratik. The little moments between them will stay with you for quite some time. Number 4. The use of Western music as BGM was a brilliant idea. It just elevated each scene and gave us the right feel for each scene. Number 5. The most important thing is that it showcased the ground realities of what the LGBTQ community goes through actually by the character played by Neil Bhupalam. He has lived with all the struggles of being a gay in this country and he has this conversation with Tanay, and that's the most real thing I've seen lately. Now, if I talk about the flaws, there certainly are flaws in the film. The film is obviously flawed, but its beauty, honesty, and straightforwardness are some of the things that overshadowed the flaws. Still, number one. One thing that the film lacks is the female perspective. Although it gets patriarchy in our society right, and we have such a strong female character like Anuja who strives to become a successful hockey player, but what she lacks is the journey or the beginning of her sexual awakening or simply her sexuality. Even though we know that she has been with Pratik's character, still we don't get to see that similar kind of ease in the perspective as compared to what we see in the case of Tanay. Number 2. The film simply lacks logic at so many times, and that too at the most important times. I can't afford to spoil it for you, इसलिए घुमा रही हूँ. Also, the character of the nun could have easily been one of the strongest points of the film had the backstory been explored or why she did not want to become a nun been known to us. Nothing more do I really have to say except the fact that I am really pissed off that Sachin did not explore the feelings or what was going through the mind of Pratik's character. I would like to say one thing that there are still many people in India who are not ready to accept the LGBTQIA community, so forget about them seeing and liking this beautiful film. So, this film is definitely not made for the larger audiences, plus, it's an artsy film which you will enjoy only if you are a cinephile. So I would recommend you to watch it as it is easily one of the best films made on love. From my side, it's 3.9 out of 5 stars for the film, and yeah, only watch it if you are 18 plus because there are quite a few steamy scenes, and that's it from my side. Do follow me on Twitter for all things filmy. Here's the handle. Subscribe to this channel if you liked the video, and also press the bell button to receive notifications sooner than everyone. See you all in the next video, and thanks to each one of you for watching this.